Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks, part 2 of this. In really looking at this logo, the only thing that's going to be kind of a curvature to the tumbler, so the customer could tell, would really be the bottom word. So we're going to make an envelope shape to kind of make this look like it's going around the cup. You know, if you only make it so big, it isn't going to go around the cup. It's going to have a little bit of a tint to it, or a curve to it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a 3-point curve line and we're going to go from there to there. But we don't want to do, and if you hold down the control button, you get a perfect shape. We don't want to do the exact curvature because it'll kind of blow it out of proportion. Then I made a duplicate of that, put it about there, and then I'm going to take a 2-point line. And I don't want to go, I only want about the size of the logo. So let me put the logo up here. And of course you'd want to make sure it's in the center and get a 2-point line and hold down the control button. And you can actually go past. Control button's keeping it perpendicular. Now let's take our logo out of the way. And let's take our Smart Fill tool. Fill that, see I've got a leak. Right there. So just take your shape tool and just make it longer. And see, you can make it longer because of the fact that you're going to use a Smart Fill tool and it's going to stop. Now we can get rid of those lines. And we're going to take and we're going to left click, right click. And we're going to open up the under effects envelope tool. And we're going to create an envelope form. Well, you need to have your word selected first, envelope form, and then put it in there. And that gave you just a little bit of a curve. Now, if you bring it up and it looks like it's too much, then you can always reduce that curvature. But I think that's pretty close. And if we make it look like the other part of the logo, I'm going to go ahead and make it white so it really stands out. And you could really do that for your customer. If you're going to send a picture, make it white and just tell them it's going to be aluminum looking, or, you know, there are some bottles that engrave different colors. And like you can see on my bottle, I didn't do a very good job of, but as far as a picture goes, it'll work because you can always take your shape, your smoothing tool, and smooth out those rough edges. Need to make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it 1 inch. Well, I might have to unlock it. Anyway, that's going to make a more, it's going to, you know, it's really a straight line. This is true, but when it goes around the tumbler, it's going to have a little bit of a curvature. I don't think in this particular logo, you're going to be at a tail. And it all depends on how big you make it, you know, and that's what I was saying earlier. Let's say if we have this logo ready, Control G to group it, and your water bottle is 8.33, well, your logo can only be 5.375 to fit on that bottle. And that way you can kind of size it, and you can send a couple of pictures to the customer and see which one they prefer. You know, would they prefer it? Because the smaller the logo, the less it's going to wrap. Now, this is a cylindrical cup, and only really circles get out of shape when you're doing something like that, and there's really no evidence of that here. But that's going to be a pretty good rendition. The only thing I would suggest to her is maybe make these lines a little further apart from the other lines, because the fact that it's, you know, if you're working with a powder coating and you're getting, I have to break it all apart, go up to object and ungroup it, because you've got very little space for the color to adhere to, and just kind of move those lines over. And you can actually do it a couple of ways, but that's really, really close to your margin of, you could lose that amount of paint, and then it would look not very good. I don't know why I can't do that. Let me turn it black. And well, that's one of the reasons, because it's a fill and not a line, but I still should be able to move it. Let's go up in Object, see if we can ungroup it again. There we go. And then you could actually just manipulate. And she didn't ask this. I like critiquing. Make that line a little bit. Either that or leave the shape of the state the same, and grab your paw. Make sure you grab it all, and make your paw a little bit smaller. Anyway, I hope it helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.